Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. And I have some amazing, wild and crazy gals. Are you old enough to know that Steve Martin skit? Wild and crazy guys. No?
No.
But joining me today are Leah and Michelle Svensson, right?
Got it.
Yes.
Well
And
done.
you're also known as the Resistance Chicks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to let you know, girls, that I'm going to be monitoring, since this is a live video, I'm going to be monitoring the comments. And then if I see a question for you, I'm going to post it. So you should be able to see it too. But if not, I'll ask.
Awesome. That sounds great.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
for
We're
having
really
us.
excited to be here.
Well, I gotta ask you. I saw a video. I saw a couple of your videos. I cyber stalked you just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. But I saw somebody shared a video with me that you were interviewing a doctor, and if I'm going to encourage people to get to your Facebook page to watch that.
Yep.
But you also are very faith-filled and very prayerful.
Yes,
And
we
I
are.
love that. So tell me, in your best 2-minute version, how did you get to become the Resistance Chicks?
So we had always had a YouTube channel, I guess for like 10 or 15 years. We did like home study things, canning and stuff. And my mom was watching the infamous Alex Jones, and before he was banned. And he had a tagline and it says, if you're watching this, then you are the resistance. And it was literally our mom who was like, you do all this research and all this stuff and you post all these things. You could be like a professional YouTuber. And so towards the end of 2016, we started a YouTube channel and we started to cover the news with what we say is we don't lean left, we don't lean right, but we lean upon the word of God.
Yeah.
And so we started to like we started to like mix the news with how would God see this situation. And we had so much fun. The YouTube channel took off. We were covering 4 or 5, and it was just a blast, and everybody was having this fantastic time. And we were able to kind of as a group, and we were able to uncover like different angles, like what's going on in Syria. Do we really want to be bombing them? And we're like, hey, no, maybe let's not go that way. And everything was just exploding. And the left took notice of that, and they started to like put the hammer down on everybody.
It wasn't just us during that time period. They came after anyone that was telling the truth outside of the mainstream media's narrative. So they came after us, and they kind of put us in what we call YouTube basement. And then in January, they deleted our primary channel of 10 or 15 years. And then a couple of months later, they got rid of our secondary channel, which has actually been a blessing in disguise for us.
Oh yeah,
but
absolutely.
That's how we
kind of exploded on other platforms and things like that. But our main thing is just like, what does God say about current events?
Absolutely. That's
what's going on in the world, right? And I think that's what makes this so dangerous, I guess.
Yeah. No, and God bless you for being bold and brave. And we had a little bit of a conversation. I mentioned that I'm banned from Twitter. Like I'm permanently suspended. So, and I don't really think I'm that much of a
controversy
or like you know who my husband is, right?
Right.
Yes.
He's pretty controversial.
Right.
He's on Twitter still. So I don't understand. Yeah. It's sad. We did lose the Second Amendment or the First Amendment.
Yeah.
So we did lose the First Amendment. I don't think we're going to lose the Second.
Right.
And it's people like you who are being bold and brave and setting an incredible example for young girls and women, because we were with Tucker Carlson a couple days.
I love it.
And Ted's going to be on his show on Wednesday on the Fox Nation show.
That's
and
amazing.
I mentioned that, I got banned. Ted's not banned. What do we do if we're not Tucker Carlson or Ted Nugent?
I know, right?
What do we do? And he said, you can only do what you can do.
Right. Wow.
So
wow,
you're doing what you can do.
Yeah.
What would you say to women who are looking at you and going, I want to do what they're doing?
I would say, listen, these alternative platforms are exploding.
Yes.
Okay. BitChute, you can get 100,000 followers on BitChute. You can get followers on Rumble, and people are looking and going to the alternative places. Frank's Speech is a new one. Rumble is a new one. Getter is a new one. Gab. MeWe is kind of there. Clout Hub, we know Jeff Brain now from Clout Hub. They are taking off. They've got a live streaming thing, and yeah, it would be great if we all could, congregate at one place. But it's very interesting because you've got some people on Odyssey, like the FLCCC, the Frontline Critical Care Doctors. They are going completely on Odyssey, and that's where you're going to find them. A lot of people are on Rumble. And so people are looking, people are finding this information, and it's very exciting because it's like a new frontier, and you can pop up. We just interviewed the Red Patriot, right? She's a young girl, a college age girl, and she's got a cool following, and she just does BitChute. And within that, if there is a silver lining, you get a lot less hate comments.
That's true.
That's really people true. Who are trying to find the truth. So like when we're off of YouTube, the comments are like 99.99% positive because people want to hear what you're saying. So if that's a silver lining, And
I would take it a step further to answer that question, though. That's the more practical standpoint. For us, it's been for the past 4.5 years seeking God daily and asking him, Lord, where do you want us to spread your message? How do you want us to spread your message? And we have allowed him to lead us in every single path. And he closes doors that are supposed to be closed. And then he opens doors that are supposed to be opened. Yeah. And so I would say number one is to be spending time with God and seek him out in his word, and then ask him, God, I have something on my heart to share with people. Tell me how I should get that message out.
And he will open those doors because right now he's put together an army of truth tellers. Yes. And he's putting people out there, and it's very exciting. This is the most exciting time to be alive. I don't know if you felt that, but it's pretty exciting.
I've had a lot of patriots lately telling me that they're really depressed and saddened about what's going on. Yeah. And this was a few days ago. Things are kind of turning right now, but I get it. And for some reason, like I just got goosebumps. For some reason, I'm excited.
I know.
We are living in an amazing time right now. We have these opportunities. Sure, there are a lot of depressing thoughts and a lot of people who have gotten COVID. I had it, my husband had it. Yeah. And it is an incredible illness, incredible in the worst sense of the way. And if what I want to know from you guys is, how did you find out? Did you do a lot of your own research? Were you watching other people? How did you find out a lot of your information?
I would say yes and yes. I mean, that's what we do. So we own a homestead. We own our own pet-based business. I know I was praying for your little doggy. So we have time throughout the day, whether we're out in the pig pen or whether we're walking some dogs, and we're just constantly researching to get to the bottom, because it's really difficult with the censorship. They are deliberately trying to hide this stuff from us. And so they need people like us and people like you to sift through what's fantastical and disinformation on the side of the conspiracy theorists and what are actual facts.
And we have our homestead simply because we watched Food Inc. and we watched how animals were raised, but we're not vegetarians. And I don't believe God has people be vegetarian. So we were like, well, how do we raise animals humanely? And so that's why we kind of started that. But we've been into the health, the scene, the taking vitamins and things like that. And so we know that the body naturally wants to heal.
Yes.
That God he puts inside of you an immune system that is amazing. I mean, you think about it, when you go in for a surgery and that doctor cuts you up and maybe takes a cancer out, he's relying on God to heal you back up.
Yes.
A doctor can't heal your wounds. If you cut yourself, God heals that. We have a system that is designed by God. So what are these different nutrients? What are these different things that maybe God might actually have in the world right now that we can access to bring healing, so we can maybe bring the fear level down to something we can handle?
And so you have to do the research, and we listen to all of the prevailing voices of truth. The ones that are being the most censored are probably the ones that are telling the truth.
And the ones that are getting results. So I think the video you saw was with Dr. Artis. Simple things like selenium, magnesium, vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D3 in the liquid capsule. And taking those things should be something that is non-controversial, something that we actually already do.
There's supplements,
right?
It doesn't take a doctor. You don't have to say, well, I'm not a health professional. I mean, obviously, yes, always seek out your health professional before you do anything in your diet. But still, I mean, these are non-controversial things.
Yeah.
I was just doing an interview this morning with Clay Clark. You know, Clay Clark.
Yeah, we love Clay. He's
You guys
awesome.
are just on point. Yes. He's great. He's so energetic. I love him.
Yes.
And I love what he's doing, and I love his story, and I love his message. But I was talking about, 99% of our pharmaceutical drugs are made not here.
I know.
I don't even want to say that other country because I'll make it banned. But it's not here. It's C and ends with an A.
Right.
And do we really want to be relying on
No.
countries to provide us with our medicine?
No.
Right.
Or can we look to nature as healing?
Ah.
And I don't know if you guys know my story, but I got sick and almost died from toxic mold poisoning on my home that was once featured on MTV Cribs.
Oh my
I had
gosh.
4 different types of mold in my bloodstream, and I was diagnosed with having pre-emphysema.
Wow.
So I think that set me up. I'm this close to finishing my documentary about it. That set me up to become an investigative sleuth when no doctors could help me. They would just dole out, write prescriptions over and over. Like I was talking pills like they were M&Ms, and I really like M&Ms. But I'm grateful that I'm here. I mean, during that time, this was 18 years ago, I thought I was dying.
Wow.
So I found alternative or natural remedies, functional, like vitamin IVs. I was doing that 20 years ago.
No way.
And oxygen and infrared saunas, changed my diet, lots of supplements. And we have a very different lifestyle where we live off the land. Now, you mentioned something that I'd like for you to describe. What exactly is a homestead?
So for us, we actually have a suburban homestead, but on the more broad sense of the term, people ask us, that's an excellent question, by the way, because people want to know. For us, it's doing what you can with what you have to try to be as self-sufficient outside of the world system as you can. So we encourage people, if you live in an apartment, homestead your apartment and put some plants on your balcony. So for us, we have a little over an acre and we raise all of our own pork, all of our own chicken. And then we have a giant garden. We've got a lot of fruit trees, a lot of berries. So we are able to quote unquote homestead a good portion of our food just by being here on just 1 acre. I mean, Leah has, I'm looking at it right here next to our studio, we've got a bicycle that has a grain mill attached to it. And so we get wheat berries that we don't have the ability to grow right now, but someday we will. And she'll grind them, ride the bike and grind them. And then we have fresh wheat that's incredibly nutritious for you, especially if you freeze it. It holds that nutritious element in it. So I would say homesteading is doing whatever you can. Learn how to can. It doesn't matter if you don't have land.
Some of this
you can do what you can.
I would say
in your home,
pre-industrial, like the second industrial revolution things, right? Where before the Depression, the families that, when the stock market crashed, the families that were on farms, they were okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Right. So homesteading is being as self-sufficient as you can, taking the steps that you can. One of my favorite authors is John Seymour. And he calls it the self-sufficient life and how to live it. And he shows you on 1 acre, 2 acres, 5 acres, on what you can do. Yeah. And we started growing carrots on a balcony, or lettuce and tomatoes and that.
We learned how to make soap at home and our own products without chemicals, like our own dish soap or our own laundry soap.
Yeah. You're speaking my language, because a lot of people realize when I got really sick, I basically detoxified my body with all these functional medicine routines, oxygen. I cleaned my body out. That's awesome. Then I'll never forget when I went to my son's parent-teacher conference. I opened the school door. I was in the hospital for a month, came out. I was clean, but feeling better. Opened the door to the school, and it just hit me like a brick wall. All the chemicals.
Wow. Yes.
And people don't realize how this affects your immune system, your body. And what my whole documentary is about is that, if we could just clean the air in our homes, we would have less colds, flus, sinus problems, inflammatory diseases like fibromyalgia, and even cancer.
So speaking to that, to getting the chemicals out of your home, one of the biggest challenges for me getting the chemicals out of our home was I love for my home to smell nice. And those air fresheners that you plug into your wall or those candles that you burn are so laden with chemicals. So a couple of alternatives just for your viewers, they probably are already on it. Get an essential oils diffuser or get, soy-based candles with essential oils in them. You don't have to sacrifice.
And room spritzers.
Things.
So how exciting is it so that if you're spraying like cinnamon, clove, lemon, and you're actually going to de-virus your house. You're going to get those molds out. You're going to get those bacteria out. It's going to smell good too.
Yes.
I agree. Be careful with clove around dogs.
Yes,
that's true.
Absolutely.
Now, there are some essential oils, and I'm with you. You know how hard it is to go grocery shopping or buy things online where, trash bags have that fresh mountain scent.
I know.
It's
fresh
not
mountain scent.
Yeah, it's not fresh, and there's no mountain there. It's all chemicals.
Right. Yes.
And Kleenex even has chemicals in it. There's so many products, and a lot of people have a hard time with fabric softeners without giving up their fabric softeners. But once you do, you'll never go back.
Right.
I mean, granted, you could put essential oils in your laundry soap.
Yeah,
that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. And you can use vinegar for a softener.
Yes.
I haven't tried that. I'm going to try that.
White vinegar. Don't go with the apple cider. You'll really pungent aroma there.
It'll smell like athletic socks, huh?
But it does. I mean, the smell goes away.
It does. It does. It does.
Liquid softener.
So what are some of your favorite tips that you can share with people about getting started in homesteading?
I would say canning. That's my favorite because you can go to your local farmer's market. You can start tomorrow and you can get a bushel of apples.
Right now, corn is in season. And the good news is a lot of sweet corn may have some pesticides and stuff on it, but it's not GMO yet. A lot of, you can ask, but it's more the feed
just
corn
wash them
that
really
is
well.
GMO.
Yeah.
So, get the sweet corn, buy the bushel from your local farmer and cut it off and get a pressure canner. Learn how to pressure can, and it's going to be cheaper anyways because canned stuff is so expensive now. So canning and getting picking strawberries when strawberry season comes up. Go get a bushel of strawberries.
Yes.
You're going to maybe spend $15-20 on strawberries. You're going to have strawberries.
And if anybody is taking notes, I know this is totally random, but we are sold on Pomona's pectin.
Yeah.
It's POMANAS, I think. Pomona's pectin.
Just Pomona pectin.
Pomona pectin.
Yeah.
And what it is so you're familiar with canning, you have to add so much sugar.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big anti-sugar person, but I would rather, if I could, taste the fruit. And with the Pomona pectin, you can actually utilize
it's
as much or as little sugar as you want.
Fruit to 1 cup of sweetener.
You could use honey, you can use maple syrup, you can use stevia, and it'll still gel up and harden. So these are just little tricks of the trade that we've learned over the years for getting started into, I want to just do something that I can say we did.
You can make your own toothpaste. That's really simple.
Yes. There's recipes online.
So salt, baking soda, coconut oil.
Essential oils like peppermint are great.
Yeah. And actually a drop of clove is good for your mouth. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, and actually heals cold sores and things in your mouth.
Your own homemade deodorant. That's one of my favorite products that we make. It's not a product we sell. It's just we make it for ourselves. And I love using, what's the ingredient? Is it zinc that helps with to block the sun?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's escaping.
It's a zinc.
It's a type of zinc. It's white.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And you don't have to have aluminum.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have aluminum in your deodorant, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And you can add things like beeswax and shea butter and all sorts of things that are really good for your skin to take in.
Yeah.
And you can make your own facial scrubs and I use lemon. After I get done squeezing lemon in my water, I put it down I wipe my sink with it and then put it down the drain and everything smells good.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's so important to these days, especially, during the pandemic, the lockdowns, we weren't scared. We weren't going to go hungry because we hunt.
Right.
There's a couple of days where we were worried about running out of toilet paper, but no.
Yeah. I think that was the one thing that everybody was like, okay, now
How do you make your own toilet paper? You know?
Okay, so there are people that, it's called going crunchy mamas I'm not there. We're real crunchy, but we're not that crunchy.
Okay.
Recycling and having the stacks of the tissue. Although we just got a box, somebody gifted us. I don't know how we're going to work this out. We're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be another pandemic coming. I want to say 12 or 14 giant boxes of the toilet paper that you use everywhere. Like the industrial with the, like I said, Leah, we're mounting that puppy in our bathroom. It's going to look like we're going to paint it white. We'll put flowers on it or something, but we have toilet paper to last the zombie apocalypse. So I guess that's an option.
Yeah.
But as far as making your own toilet paper, you actually can. People do it all of the time. It's the old fashioned way.
We haven't done yet.
It's the old fashioned way. We're just not, I feel like, we do so much else.
Yeah. Well, God bless you girls for what you're doing. And I'm so glad that we connected. I reached out to you and I'm like, I just wanted to thank you for what you're doing. And because a lot of times you only hear the hate, not really, you don't, but I don't know who would do that, go to another person's page and spew hate. They do. So I just wanted to compliment you guys and thank you for what you're doing and wanted to share your message with people here. How can people find you?
So our website, resistancechicks.com. It's really simple to remember. That's where we post everything. This interview we'll put up there later this evening.
And all the links are going to be
all the links are there. Our primary channels are on BitChute and Rumble. Brighteon, if I can say that out loud, on Facebook, and Frank Speech, Clout Hub. Those are kind of our.
Do you do this all yourself? Like I have an account on Brighteon and not on Frank Speech, but BitChute and Rumble. But it's like, when I get done with this,
it's exhausting.
Exhausting to go and upload it there, and I need like a team.
So I have a little secret. So yes, I do a massive portion, but all of the extras, our mother.
Our mom.
After we will go live, if I put it on the main ones, she'll download them and she'll put them. She is absolutely incredible. She's our little warrior. We couldn't do it without her. She's got her own channel. Her channel's still on. Her channel's, she does. She writes blogs and God gives her words, and she won't show her face on camera, but
she's got our little secret gnome.
Yeah, she's our little secret gnome. So, but that's our.
But to be serious though, like that's really hard. So like when we just had the YouTube, it was so easy. Oh, we're just gonna go live on YouTube, and they've made it difficult on purpose. Yeah, right.
My reach on YouTube has gone from like I've got. If you look at my YouTube, it's over 1 million views. I don't know how, maybe, I don't even know. But now, over the past year, I would start getting 10,000, 20,000, whatever. Now it's like 100.
I know.
It's weird. So,
they do it on purpose. They've dialed you back because you're dangerous. And here's the good news. Your danger doesn't stop at their censorship.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You are still dangerous against them and fighting for the cause. And the truth is so
what
powerful.
They want us to do, and this is the one thing I would say to everybody else, they want us to stop.
Right.
Okay. There was a certain day that happened in January. It was after the 4th, before the 7th. And they wanted to knock the wind out of everybody. And they did a really good job at it. And I would just say, don't lose your wind.
Yeah. Stay hopeful, stay excited. God is moving.
Yeah.
We are actually winning this battle.
We win if we don't give up.
Yeah.
Because
we're on the side of right. Yeah.
I've got a friend who's doing producing a documentary on, I don't even want to say his name, but the guy that was with that guy that,
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And what a shame that we have political prisoners in jail.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
You know what's interesting? Because you were talking about your mom uploads things. And so I'm thinking my mind's starting going, my mom just texted me, Mom, I'm going to be calling you.
Awesome.
I love it. Mama, Shemane's mama getting on it to help her because it is a lot of work. And so thank you for having us on and thank you for everything that you're doing in this fight because it is essential that everybody that have a gift, everybody that has a voice, use it right now. There's no sitting on the sidelines.
So do you have a title for your documentary and when we can see that?
Yes. The title is called Killer House.
Wow.
And I'm actually trying to figure out, I tried to put it out there a year or two ago and pitch it to like HGTV and things like that. But it has gotten nowhere. So I'm very seriously considering just hosting it on my own, maybe on my husband's page or somebody else's page, and just letting people, for a few bucks download it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You'll be the first to know, though.
Awesome. I'm very excited about this.
Excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Actually, maybe I can share. I was kind of thinking about getting a lot of people who maybe you didn't have an experience with mold, but your content, your information can help other people who need to go all natural, and maybe they want to find out more about homesteading.
Yes.
So maybe I can reel you in, and you can be part of that too.
Absolutely. We would love to.
Getting people healthy, body, mind, and soul is what is so important right now. For sure.
We have to be warriors. We have to put on the full armor of God, girls.
Amen.
Yes, we do.
Amen. Every day.
Every day, all day, and be bold and brave. So thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And please let me know if there's ever anything that I can do for you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Shemane.
All
God
right.
bless.
Have a great day, guys. God bless.
All right. Bye.
Bye.